Answer your phone. Yo, what's up, YouTube? What's going on? This your boy Cuss over here at Custom Made. And today I got another live video for y'all. We pretty much do a temp fade, and we're gonna do it the same way we've been doing it. I'm gonna start off by drawing my guideline. I'll do my guideline right here. Not sure if y'all can see that. Then I'm gonna come around back, do the same thing. Draw another guideline. Just doing a regular temp fade, drawing the guideline out. The bald line. Do the same thing right here. Let me see if I can get a good angle for y'all to see. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just work on that side off camera, and I'll just keep it strictly this side. So I'm gonna start off by working that side, since we're gonna get that side out of the way. And I just narrate what we're doing on that side so that y'all could know the steps before the steps. All right, now, since we're still recording, I think I noticed something different on my camera, but since we're still recording, I'm gonna keep going with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with my CMBS clippers. What I do is I open up the guard up all the way, open the blade up all the way, and I'm gonna fade up about 1/4 inch on this side right here. Then what I'll do is I'll close the lever all the way and erase the guideline. And then I open it halfway, and then I'll fade right in between. Now, right after that, what I'll do is I put my one guard on. My number one guard, open up all the way. I'm gonna fade up. Fade up. Of another 1/4 inch, which is my highest point for this temp fade, okay? Then I'm gonna close the guard, close the lever all the way, and fade right below that, okay? Okay? Then I'm gonna add my half guard. So now that I got my half guard, I close it all the way. And in between that, I'm gonna fade the transition. Right in between that. So that give me a nice clean fade for a temp fade. Okay? And I know you probably won't see this real good, but it's what I got right there. Okay? So now I'm gonna work on this side. I'm gonna do the same thing I did on that side, on this side. So the way I'm gonna start, opening the lever all the way, and I'm gonna fade up about 1/4 inch. Just like that. Real simple, real easy. Close the lever all the way. Same thing, I'm gonna dig away, scoop out the bottom line, get rid of that bottom line that we created with the ball, with the T out, not the T outliner, but the FX T liner, the Babyliss FX T liners. Bam. Now that that line's gone, I'm gonna open up my lever all the way with my one guard. Okay. Then I'm gonna fade to the highest point of this temp fade. Okay. Fade to the highest point. Fade out to the highest point. Now you see the fade starting to come in. So what I'm gonna do is I close the lever all the way, and right below that, I'm gonna scoop out, get rid of that line. It's easy, y'all. This is easy peasy, straight to the point and simple. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the half guard on, just like we did on the other side. Lever closed all the way, and I'm gonna fade right in between. Don't forget, see this thumb right here? I'm pulling at the skin to make sure that skin is tight. That gives us a better transition for the fade. Just like that. So now I'm doing the back. Same exact steps, okay? Real simple. This is not hard. If you find it hard, all you got to do is rewind this video, watch it again. Lever opened all the way. Fade up about 1/4 inch. Okay. Now, I'm gonna just erase the bottom line with the lever closed all the way. There we go. Then I grab my one guard again. It's the same formula, same steps over and over and over again. My one guard opened up all the way. Then I'm gonna close the one guard all the way. Scoop out at it with the one guard open. I just opened it again just to make sure I scooped it out real good. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab the half guard and go right in between. The same thing. I'm sorry if y'all didn't get a good look at me if I was in the way. Trying to see if I can give y'all a good view. Now, what I normally do when I get the half guard is I open my lever, open and close as I go, just to make sure I get a good transition. So I feel like I got a nice clean transition right there. So what I do now is I'm gonna take my T outliners and I'm gonna draw my lines on the back. And you go right above the ear. Make sure you keep the natural line. You got to be very careful because these liners could be really sharp behind the neck. Okay. I'm gonna do the same thing over here on this side. Okay. So now what I'm gonna do is the hairline, okay? I'm gonna do my client's hairline. And like I said, I normally don't like to do the hairline at this angle. I normally like to do it in front, standing behind the client with the mirror in view. That way I can get a good look at the client's hairline. That way I can give them the hairline, do the hairline to where they could see it. Well, I mean, I could see it just like the way they see it. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but I normally like to do the hairline with the client facing the mirror. That way I can stand directly behind them and actually see what the client sees. That way I get the hairline nice and crisp. So what I'll do is I'm gonna turn my camera just a little bit here. So that way we can at least see this much. I don't know if that's gonna help your view, but it'll help mine, okay? So what I'm gonna do is use my holding spray. Spray it right here, that with my client. Hair don't move. Then I'll grab my liners. And I always start in the middle. Let me try to at least do this so you guys can see that I'm starting in the middle. And I always start in the middle. And what I do when I start in the middle is I always work my way to the left. Work my way to the left. All right, now I'm gonna do it this way right here. You guys probably ain't gonna be able to see it, but I'll show y'all the finished product when I'm done. And like I said, it's all about keeping everything straight, keeping all the lines straight. You want to make sure you line up the sidebar with the eyebrows. Use that as a reference point for the corner of the eyes. And you definitely want to do the same thing to the other side. Okay. Now that I got that side done, I'm going to do this side right here. And this is the part where I said I want to stand directly behind my client and get a good look. Okay. Now I'm doing these sidebars again. You definitely want to line up the sidebars with the eyebrows in the corner of the eye. You always use that as a reference point, okay? Always use the eyebrows and the sidebar as a reference point. That way both sides match up. Unless you have a client that has a funny shaped face and one eye, eyebrows a little shorter than the other, lower than the other, or higher than the other. Okay. Now, with that being done, I'm gonna come back and do my Kiss Express, okay? And just like I do with the T edges, I do the same thing. I normally start in the middle, but I mean, this is not required. It's just how I do things. Sometimes I start at the sidebar, the side lines, the vertical lines. Sometimes I start on the hairline. Keep your head straight, John. There we go. Okay, so I'm running low on a Kiss Express, so what I do is add a little bit more solution to my airbrush. And then it's business as usual. Okay. Now that I got the airbrush in, see some light spots that I want to fill in. Now that I got the airbrush in, I'm gonna go ahead and use my straight razor to clean up my client's hairline. And you guys tell me what you think. Okay? So now, all I'm doing is pulling the skin and I'm creating, well, I'm not creating anything. I'm actually cleaning up the area. A lot of times if I got a client with a hairy forehead, what I do is I just try to clean up the forehead best way I can. A lot of times you don't have to. Okay. So now we all set. I'm gonna give y'all a final spin. This is the final cut right here. You guys got any questions, comments, or concerns? Hit me up on the comment section down at the bottom. Peace.